I would make you drink pee immediately. If you were down, that's hilarious.
You'd make me drink too much pee.
Yes,
probably.
I'd have you drinking peas in the green room to warm up.
You got to get your body used to the pee. We have a bunch of different peas for you to try to see.
And then you'd watch the episode and I'd still have cut out all
hold
the
on.
pee.
I just wanted to drink my own pee. Why am I drinking other types of pee here?
Oh, well,
it's resistance training.
And we're not filming any of this. Hey, relax, Will. You wanted to be on the show.
Listen, pee is pee, my man.
Come on.
Take a swig.
The government growing babies. Microchips in your anus. All koala bears are racist. The ozone layer owes me money. Martians invented turkey stuffing. Y'all can't tell me nothing.
You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. There it is. Welcome, welcome, little mamas and Gentiles alike. Welcome to another phenomenal episode of My Mama Told Me,
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of Black conspiracy theories.
And we finally work to prove that Lauryn Hill is always late to every place she goes, not because she doesn't respect her audience, but because she is in fact walking there. She's a champion for climate change. She's a real hero. Stop yelling at that lady for not being on time.
Come on.
There it is.
It takes time to save the planet.
Come
You
on.
love it, you got to invest.
You don't think Lauryn Hill doesn't care about the planet? You're wrong.
She loves the jungle. Maybe that wasn't the right. She loves the tundras as well.
She loves all climates, all landscapes. I'm Langston Kerman.
I'm David Borey.
And we are in studio, this is a rare thing.
We can all see each other. It's bright.
Yeah, it's well lit.
It is well lit.
Yeah, it's very well lit.
Yeah.
Maybe too well lit. I'd say it's the
Probably.
hottest it's ever going to be in about 5 minutes.
I'm going to
hot.
sweat.
But
That's just a given.
we are here in studio because we have a wonderful guest today. He has blessed us by coming down, and it is worth noting we don't often have white people on the show.
Really, never.
Hardly.
Yeah.
This is an anomaly.
This is an anomaly, but you demanded it. You said, I'm sick of this all black thing you got going on.
Just get me in the room, please. Just give me 5 minutes, and if they don't like me, I get it. They can kick me out.
Right.
But I just need 5 minutes of your guys' time.
I feel like this could go great.
Yeah.
Or we could blow it.
We could really blow it.
We could alienate our entire audience.
This is gonna either bring people in or turn them away immediately. But our guest today, he's a man who doesn't need an introduction. He's so funny, so talented. You know him from literally every favorite thing you've ever watched. And he also is the proprietor and owner of our podcast company. He's the big boss in charge. We're so happy he's here. Please give it up for our guest, Mr. Will Ferrell.
You're the man now, dog.
Yeah.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
I know. But so we sat down with Hans.
That's right.
You're one of our first meetings.
Yeah.
And what is it, 4 years later?
That's right. Yeah. This was in the
and
heart
you've
of
built
COVID.
an empire.
Sure.
Yes. So congrats to you guys. The empire. Yes.
I love. You know what that tells me is that you're not checking the numbers every week, and that's great.
I'd rather you didn't, because I like working.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun.
That's welcome to the world of podcasts. Yeah.
We're so
You don't
excited.
have to check the numbers.
We're so excited you're here. We gathered a bunch of our favorite conspiracy theories that we wanted to talk to you about. But more importantly, I think the best way to kick off this conversation is to really ask you, where do you stand in the world of conspiracy theories? Would you pride yourself as a conspiracy theorist? How much of a believer are you?
And also, adding on to that, Black people. Where do you stand?
In general, you know what's interesting? So I want to ask you guys. I may come off like an a-hole here, but I am never more flattered than when someone from the Black community comes up to me and says, "You're so funny," or "I love your stuff,"
or "You're so
this and that.
stupid,"
but I get a lot of love, at least to my face.
Yeah,
and I'm like, how? Why?
Well,
I
will say, I think you are a beloved figure in the Black community.
And my wife and I were trying to analyze. She's like, because you do a good job of making fun of white people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, no, that's good. Yeah.
Ricky Bobby was big
I
for
do
me.
like to send up arrogant, people who think they're too full of themselves. And I happen to be white. So,
sure.
But I'm always like, wow, thanks.
Yeah.
But I've only, I did Get Hard with Kevin Hart. And it's not like I've done an entire
ton of Black stuff.
Right.
No, I think Black audiences as a stand-up, and I can only really speak to it from a stand-up perspective, but Black audiences are sometimes the toughest to get. But when they fuck with you, they fuck with you in a way that is hard to like untether. They become permanent fans. So something you did in your journey assured enough Black people that they were like, that dude's fucking awesome. Funny. And it's because of how funny you are and talented, obviously, but something in that journey, they were like, I like this dude. And now, my grandma is always going to be a fan of yours.
That's so.
My mom's excited about this.
Okay.
My mom's not. We talked about
we already talked about
this.
this.
She's not clocking that you're here, but she would be impressed.
No, your mom is going to take credit for me coming today.
Exactly.
Into the studio. Langston, that was my idea. All along.
I was the one who told you to put white guys on the phone.
Yeah.
I kind of introduced you to Will Ferrell.
Yeah. But let's see. Back to the original.
Yeah.
Am I pro? I don't know if I'm that conspiratorial.
Sure.
And yet there are moments where I'm like, that seems like that could go. This way.
Do you have one in particular that comes to mind where you go like, I wouldn't say I'm fully on board, but I certainly am willing to hear it out more than others?
Here's one that I feel like kind of checks out. This is sports related.
Yeah. That's fine. There's no size. It doesn't have to be government or anything.
It's not. But I once heard. So this one always was like, I think this checks out. Cal Ripken.
Yeah.
Who senior.
Cal Ripken Jr., who played for the Baltimore Orioles and had the longest stretch. He broke Lou Gehrig's record of consecutive games played in baseball. Yeah. And for anyone who remembers or is a big baseball fan, there was a point in his streak, and he was getting towards the end, where the game was called due to the electricity going out in the Baltimore baseball stadium.
Oh.
And they had to call the game. There was a power outage. And the story is that Cal Ripken came home to find Kevin Costner cheating. His wife cheating with Kevin Costner. They had a fight. He hurt his hand.
Whoa.
He's like, I can't play tonight. They're like, okay, what about the streak? I know. The power's out.
Cut the lights.
And then they had a couple off days, and it allowed him for the hand to heal up, and the streak continued.
Whoa.
I believe that.
Right?
That's not even hard.
That one's,
That's
maybe
crazy.
Because you come home, Dances with Wolves is dancing with your queen.
With your wolf.
And
that's what you call your wife?
She doesn't like it, but that's what I call her.
She's used to it now.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
You're a wolf to me.
When I see you, I picture a wolf, a female wolf. And here's where I blew it. I ran into Kevin Costner multiple times at the Golden Globes this year, and I forgot to ask him.
Oh, no.
Did you get together with Cal Ripken?
Yeah.
That would be a weird way to launch into Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Kevin.
By the way,
I mean, how
Did
good of
this ever
friends
happen?
are you?
I don't know him at all.
Oh, you can't
Yeah.
start with
Yeah.
extramarital.
But you know
remember,
what?
he was hanging around baseball. You know,
Right.
he did all
Field
the
of Dreams
Field
and
of
all
Dreams
that.
and Bull Durham.
yeah.
He was always showing up like Kevin Costner's taking batting practice today with the Detroit Lions or
I
something like
think
that.
you just gotta ease into
I mean,
it. You
Detroit Tigers.
Yeah,
Not
you gotta
the
be
Lions. You wouldn't batting practice with the Detroit Lions would be a different thing.
Yeah.
I think
Sorry to
they'd
the
be
Lions.
happy he showed up at this point. The Lions needed the help probably.
No, that's a sad story over there. I was gonna say, if you don't know him, the way you do it is like, you know what I love? Having sex with baseball players' wives. Right?
Do you
You ever
know-
just do that?
Do you know what I mean, Kevin?
Yeah, you know what I mean? You ever just have one come home, punch you in the face?
Kevin, who's your favorite wife to have sex with? Who also played from a man who played
Hall of Famer. Hall of
Funny.
Famer's wife.
Funny you should ask, Will.
Who do you think wins that fight? It has to be Cal Ripken, right?
There's no way
Yeah.
that he doesn't win. Professional
Yeah.
athlete.
Kevin Costner feels like, I feel like he would get, I don't want to fight Kevin Costner.
He's a tall guy.
Yeah,
is he
he's
tall?
always-
Is he tall?
Yeah, he's about 6'3", and
Yeah.
He's
He's
a
strong.
strong
But he-
jawed man
but he's
now.
but he's an actor.
Yeah.
That
So
is true.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's no way he's actually riding all those horses on Yellowstone.
You don't
and
think
all
so?
that. No.
Really?
I think there are plenty of the man doesn't
stunt writers.
he
Right.
doesn't want to be there anymore. Is my understanding. I don't think.
Well, he's done, right?
yeah,
he's
he's
out of
not
it.
even.
Okay.
There's no
Yeah.
way he's like committed to genuine horseback riding the entire time.
Man.
Please let me. I had to try to ride a horse for a movie, and they got me with the stunt person,
Yeah,
and they're like, "Well, it's not. It won't be hard. It'll just be an easy kind of trot up into the frame." And,
Right.
and if you've ever been around a horse, they're enormous,
terrifying.
terrifying
Yeah, I don't
creatures.
like
Yeah.
it. They
And-
seem scared too.
And
like
they seem
enough.
scared, and they look at you through the side of their eye, and they can sense fear.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got on the horse, rode. I think they let me do 2 little circles, and they're like, "We're good. We're gonna need the stunt rider."
That
I'm
actually,
like, I was that bad just trotting in a little stable.
Will, that actually looked like shit. We're gonna need you to.
You know what? Strike it all. Strike it all. Strike it all.
I'm like, I talked to the director. I'm like, "Was it that bad?" They're like, "Yeah." They said you looked incredibly uncomfortable. So I get it.
Yeah.
If,
That's
Kevin, yeah,
That's good on you, man.
for even what?
For
Trying,
I don't think it's
Yeah.
not great that we're just riding horses all the time. You're sensitive. You were sensitive to the needs of the beast, and I respect that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're a
yeah,
kind
you.
soul.
Yeah.
That's why I don't ride horses.
Sure, it's the kindness in you.
It's the
that,
kindness
that
in my
keeps
heart.
you from riding.
The
the
times I
horses.
have ridden horses, they're always giving me the horse named like Old Ricky
sure,
or
whistlers.
Cinnamon. Like they're not giving me. Let's put him on Striker.
Yeah, like
Or-
smokestack
yeah,
lightning.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever ridden a horse besides the like pony rides. You know, the ones that they like
That's a
have
good
chained
path.
up in
And
an abusive circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the track is well worn in the
Yeah.
dirt,
Yeah,
and they're just putting one foot in front of the other.
It's just clops of their feet
Yeah,
and tears
yeah,
that
yeah.
we didn't know they could cry.
they're thinking, "How did I get here?
What did I do?
Well, they it's because there's a carny in the corner smoking a cigarette, making sure it doesn't mess up. Trot that boy.
All right,
with
that's
a, with
5
a,
minutes.
with a cattle prod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go.
just the meanest people possible abusing tiny little horses.
I mean, shout out to carnies. They're good folk, though.
Yeah, we don't shout them out enough
I
on
know.
the podcast.
Nobody gives it to them.
Is there? I feel like not a lot of black carnies out there.
Brother,
Right?
and
Or am
we've
I
been
wrong?
trying to break
Am
that
I wrong?
ceiling.
You're not wrong.
That's one of the last frontiers.
That was
Right?
in one of Martin Luther King's
I
unknown
just
speeches.
literally flashed to every carnival.
You never seen
You
one.
never. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah,
I want a black carny, just like
It's
a dude
just
with a do-rag
super-
working a tilt-a-whirl.
super skinny, methed out
yeah.
white guys.
Yeah.
Not a lot of female carnies.
I don't
either.
think so.
You know what the
Right?
problem is?
That's a safety thing.
Black people
Yeah.
people don't smoke meth. We're more crack people, and crack don't sell well for maintaining horses and relationships. You know what I mean? I think meth is a more working man's drug.
Owes me money.